out to them for accepting the offer to have World Strongman be a part of coming into Ghana, because I remember when I'm the founder of Liberia Strongman Federation. Along with me are my team, my director of marketing, Mr. Christopher Dunkel, and his assistant, Ms. Princess Shati. When I took on and decided that I was going to do strongman events, people thought I was crazy because I'm a female. But I took on, and I'm the second woman in the world to host a strongman competition. And I work along my mentor, who is Dion Masters. She's now retired from strongman, so I can probably say I'm the only woman producing a strongman event in the world, and a black woman, and not only a black woman, but an African woman in the world that's producing a strongman competition. So I work along with Arnold, the Strongman Corporation. I went under her wing as a mentor to me, and I wanted to bring, because I entered the U.S. in 1990, and strongman events was on TV all the time, and I watched Arnold, and that was just something that intrigued me. And I like to do different things. So I decided, hey, listen, this is a sport that I want to get into. And I went into volunteering for strongman event in Columbus, Ohio. That usually happens, the Arnold that brings about 50,000 people into Columbus, Ohio every year in the U.S. I volunteer, lifting tires, doing whatever it took, because I wanted to go behind the scene to learn the sport and know what the sport all entailed. And with doing so, we registered Liberia Strongman competition with the World Strongman Federation, which I now represent as the public relations officer. And my goal is that I wanted to bring African athletes to the front, because strongman is mostly a sport that is mostly white athletes dominated, but I know Africa has the real strength. And I'm saying, you know, why? I mean, obviously in bodybuilding, you'll see black athletes in bodybuilding, but strongman, you have a few names, you know, your Shaka Zulu, your Iron Baby. There's few of them that are out there, but not as permanent that I would want African athletes to be in strongman. So I came on board with this. Liberia, this was our first year going to strongman. Christopher headed the team along with the president of the Liberia Strongman Federation, Mr. Emmanuel Payne. They went to the event. We had one athlete that went in the middleweight category. And the reason why I like World Strongman is not only with the heavyweights. You have females, you have middleweight, you have your heavyweight, and it gives an opportunity to every athlete to be able to compete. And this sport is all about marketing yourself, the athletes, and those are the things that I really, really want to let the African athletes know. It's not only about the money, right? But when you go out there and you market yourself, you can really, really make some money with it. You might not have it in the initial stages. You have to put a lot into it to be able to get out. But the more you get out there and get seen, the better your possibilities are. And then, you know, if you have a strong support system, like federations like this federation, and, you know, with Liberia Strongman Federation, and all of the different federations, which I'm really gathering those together, all the African countries that we come together to be able to support our athletes. And give them the maximum marketing and promotions that they need. So I'm super happy that you guys are here as media, because you guys have to be the one that carries the stories to really help those athletes to be able to, you know, get their names out there. And because Ghana, I've been watching Ghana strongman competition for years. And they don't know, because I'm a PR person, so I'm behind the scene and I watch everything, and I watch almost every athlete. I know him, he doesn't know that I know him. But I've been watching, because, you know, with me doing what I do as PR, you need to know who the players are in the industry. Ghana has been doing this for a long time, but they don't have a lot of athletes that are on the big stage when it comes to strongman. And I think this is the time that, you know, hopefully if we build it, you know, we get some good support, because it takes money. You know, so if we can get the word out, hopefully get more sponsors to come on board, we can at least, I'm saying, if there can be a team of at least about, you know, in every category, the female, middleweight, and heavyweight category to strongman this year, along with, you know, staff that kind of go along with them, I think it would be just a great thing. And I'm so looking forward to it, because I like to brag. I Yeah, I'm a typical teen mom. Because besides this, I also do basketball, so I'm always the cheerleader in the background. But I'm all about rooting for Africa because I believe this is Africa's time. We have way too many talent on this continent that the world needs to know, and it just can't be, athletes that are sitting here. There's opportunities out there, and we want to bring that out and let the world know.
Of the kind auspicious of JMK Production, led by Madam Junda Morris. They contacted the Ghana Bodybuilding and Fitness Association some time ago, and we felt that was a very lofty idea in terms of the fact that we need to expand our fitness industry. And when they came up with this idea, we felt that this was a beautiful thing for us to embrace, and that's the reason why we are here today. We are here basically because JMK Productions, led by Junda Morris, who is also the PRO of the World Strongman Federation, in collaboration, of course, with the Ghana Bodybuilding and Fitness Association, have decided to make sure that we get our athletes from Ghana, more importantly West Africa and Africa as a whole, to the world stage. There have been other competitions in terms of the strongman competition. We have Ghana Strongest, that is the most noted one. We have David Strongest, we have Accra Strongest, we have Teshi Strongest, we have Kumasi Strongest and Ashanti Strongest, all that. We felt that this is the time for us to elevate this onto an official pedestal. Actually take the athletes from Ghana onto the world stage for us to show the world what we have up our sleeves. So I believe that this, to me, is a beautiful synergy, and this is the embryonic stages of some very beautiful competitions to come. Thank you. At this juncture, I think that it's also important for me to introduce those seated at the high table, and of course some very important dignitaries that we have here today. On my very far right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Christine Nate. Did I get the name right? All right. Christine is the General Secretary of the Ghana. So Christopher represents the World Strongman of Liberia, and he has traveled all over the world, and he's going to speak to what his experience is like, and he has flown all the way to Liberia to support this cause. Let's put our hands together for him. Of course, this is Madam Junda Morris. She is the head of the JMK Productions and also doubles as the PRO of the World Strongman Federation. Let's put our hands together for her. My name is Mr. George Foster-Bafo. I'm the Vice President of the Ghana Bodybuilding and Fitness Association, and I have been with this whole strongman thing for the past decade and a half, so I have considerable experience, and that is another reason why we want to bring this on board. We also have in our midst Benjamin Yao Blejuma. And Benjamin, can we see you? Yes, apparently has been to Madrid and back just recently, and out of a total of about 36 or 37 athletes, he actually came sixth in the men's physique category. And this is a gentleman who was also been the champion for Ghana in the 2023 Man Ghana competition, men's physique, and of course he won the West African bodybuilding championships in the men's physique category as well. Benjamin, we are happy to have you here. So Madam Junda is going to run by a plethora of reasons why we are gathered here today. Junda, let's mostly grateful to be here and more privileged to have you in our midst. This, like you already know, as the president.
Difficult for the athlete we carried last year because most of the times they use the wrap, and at the standpoint you get to know that say you are not using wrap and you need to lift 300 kg wrap. So these are things our athlete need to learn before getting on that stage, because imagine you have gotten used to using wrap or using certain equipment and you get there and you are not going to use it. And these are difficult things they pass through. And also getting athletes from Africa to Europe there, it was kind of difficult when it comes to sponsorship, Panda coming in, because the sport is not well known in Africa, like the sponsorship. So it was kind of difficult for us actually, but through the help of some personality, we were able to get it there. And being there also, an athlete coming from Nigeria, he was just representing his one. No cheering and stuff like that. It was kind of actually difficult for him. But with the help of God, he came up victorious in a good number, over 30 plus in King 11, first time going on the stage. So with this one being here for Ghana this year, we encourage the media to help us spread the news so that when we come up, sponsors can come in to see how best we can get them ready for the stage, because the one in Ghana is far more different from the one in Europe. It's kind of a difficult day. Yeah. So that's
yes, GBF here, everyone. It's their home, it's an industry, and I hope that everything that we get to do is successful and we get everything running smoothly. So on this note, we say thank you to you for choosing our outfit, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome you to Ghana. We appreciate all that you are doing. And on behalf of the association, I'd like to pledge our support, best support in whatever you plan to do in Ghana. Bodybuilding is one of the sports we love best, even though they don't engage me when they are doing their I don't know why. Promise it will be big in Ghana, and parents will go over. Send the Liberian domination. Thank you so much for bringing this to Ghana. We appreciate it.
thank you. For Ghana is a good scene when it comes to the category, because I usually watch the Ghana Strongman, and you go from the same day, you go to the deadlift. So this year it was all one round. So you have you have three after tackle. You have to go first with the dumbbell, shoulder.
Overhead shoulder dumbbell first.
Overhead dumbbell. From there you have to go straight to the deadlift. From the deadlift you have to go also to the same leg, through it over and back. That was one set right there. Yeah. And you have to do it in the time process. So that's why I say Ghana is on top of the game for that one, because I see what's going on these guys actually they always do this. So for that one they're in a good time with that. So once they are
What of the non-traditional events? I mean, when it comes to the traditional,
the first thing, the bar is different.
the
The bar
body.
is kind of bigger than the normal bar.
Okay.
So that was one of the experience
Challenges that you had.
And just to piggyback off of that, and when it comes to Strongman, you know that every year, and you've been doing this for a while, every year they look at different obstacles that is a bit difficult that they don't announce until it gets closer to the event. So for 2025, we still don't know yet what the equipment they're going to be using and what obstacles they're going to be using this year. So I'm sure hopefully by December, we probably know what the equipment that they will be using for that, because they like to torture the athletes, I think. But yeah, so I know that they had something that was new. It was called rowing, and it was kind of like water. You kind of pedal in water, and it moved the speed of the water. That was something new that they introduced this year. So it was kind of the pressure on the leg, and you had to kind of go over there and Yes. So you're paddling through the water. That was a new challenge that they added, but I'm still waiting this year, for 2025 to see what obstacles they're going to have.
I think athletes would always want to know what kind of. That's fine. So that tells you that this is a different. Let's put our hands together for that. Right, we still want to get questions from you guys. It's important that we get to know.
I want to be 100% sure that what we're doing Strongman event that is being held here in Ghana. Is it going to be really consistent? One. Two, after the boys are qualifying from here, what is the next stage for them? Are they going to put things their own way, or are they going to be some companies being sponsorship? And then thirdly, witnessed the Liberian strongest man last year, the champion. I told you I trained him myself. I realized that the problem we're having with our athletes is indiscipline. Not that they are indisciplined from the house, but people around them. Because we are all good in what we do. We are all special in what we do. And strongman, world strongman in Ghana, as I said, is it coming to stay, or is it coming to be one of the events that we witness? So I don't know who this question will be directed to.
Right. And you know, it's a great segue, and I'm happy that you asked these questions, because the sport of strongman around the world, it's a very expensive sport. Okay, and coming to Africa, strongman is a new sport in comparison to bodybuilding and powerlifting. It's very new. So the sponsorship that comes around it is very minimal. So because of that, South Africa, everywhere you go, the athletes are spending money to register and compete. Nobody's paying their way. They have to spend their own money. So me coming in and starting Liberia Strongman was a difficult challenge, because everything came out of my pocket. My team going out and really trying to get sponsors that still don't believe in the sport, but we had to make them believe. And the finances is not as much for the sport, but it's a work in progress. And we're hoping that with what bodybuilding has done here, hopefully, fingers crossed, that we can market it in a way that we're able to get sponsors that can hopefully help the athletes to go. But the athletes also have to understand that this sport takes money. Yes, so we can help, and that's where the press coming in, the marketing, the branding, and of the athletes is very important. And that's where, strengthens me as a PR person that comes in, because we want to take the athletes and say, hey, listen, let's see what we can do to really put you out there and market you, so that way companies can see you and want to sponsor. And a company is not going to be in business school, business management, what my professor would say, your ROI, return on investment. A company is not going to put money into you if they don't feel that they can get their return back. So, and that's just 101 in business. Okay, so the athletes have to, number one, they want to know that when you go, you're going to qualify. And based on your qualification or doing something good there, they can use you to market their brand. So, and that's what it's all about, so we want to kind of change the mindset and be able to educate the athletes a little bit more, so they understand that, hey, you're not going to necessarily make money on the initial stages. But if we work, it's work in progress. And sometimes, it comes with the discipline of saying, hey, listen, let's work on this together. Because there's money, we don't just have money to pick off the tree. But one of the things I know as a PR person with Christopher, our marketing person, is that we're going to market, we're going to help to push, because I know how to make noise. And the world, I'm telling you, Liberia Strongman, compared to any other strongman sport, we came on the market and we dominated. And when you put strongman in for Africa, you tap our name and you see all the press and everything that we did for the event. So the goal is to be able to help, to market, to nurture the athletes, and see how we can help them to get those endorsement deals. So I hope I answered your question.
They're coming to stay.
That's the goal. And the only way that it would stay, the athletes also have to work along with us, right? They have to work along with us, because if they go and think that, hey, they're gonna be making $10,000 off the bat, and then the negativity and all those kinds of talks start coming, then guess what? I'm packing up and I'm going. But if they're ready to work and say, hey, listen, I believe in the process, let's work this together, let's see how I'm here. And the team is here, and worship, for us to work together, it's not gonna be overnight.
All right.
Of that, and I mean, because you follow, the goal is to be able to, and because I'm in Congo in another couple of weeks. We're gonna be in Angola, we're in Egypt, Morocco. So the goal is to be able to educate the athletes as much as possible, so that they're successful. Because for me, that's my wheelhouse. Is how can I bring my knowledge of being a publicist, being a PR person, and give the athletes the tools to be able to help them to take their brands to a different level. That's the goal. And I've talked to, from Luciano to Vladimir, the owners of World Strongman. I'm like, this is for me, for the African athletes. That's where it boils down for me. How can we help these athletes to get to what it is? The education part of it, and the athletes have to understand how the sport works. And because if they don't understand it, everybody have their preconceived notion of what they think. And then once those things start to settle in, then nothing else works. So the goal is to be able to educate people, and that way we're all working together as a team. This is kind of like, but we've been working on it, because for me, I like to be at the table, because when I'm at the table, I'm able to push my African athletes. Because when you're not there, it's everybody else that they're talking about. But when you're on top and you're the head, you can say, hey, I'm making sure that my African athletes are nominated in these categories, because all of those kinds of things help the athletes, to be able to. And I'm pushing really hard at the armies. That's why you see this year, Samson. There were other people that were there, but the focus is a lot on African athletes in this industry now. It's a big focus.
Thank you very much. All right.
So that said, let me quickly reiterate the fact that the qualifiers for the World Strongman Championship, which will be held in Dubai next year in March, the qualifiers will be held in Ghana in January. We would run by you what the date is, because of this whole issue about the elections, and we don't even know whether there's going to be a second round and all that. So it has been slated for January 2025. That is the qualifiers for the World Strongman Championships, which will be held in Dubai next year. So please make it a point to notify everybody that in January we're going to have the qualifiers for the World Championships, which will be held in Dubai in March.
So March is the actual event.
March is actual.
Trust me, if I had money, I want to take all the African athletes, because I've made so much big mouth and tell these people that Africa is where it's at. All this stuff that you guys do, this is nothing. And if I could take everybody with me, trust me, all the press, all of you guys, I want us to go and be in Dubai if I could do it. But it's a process, it's a gradual growth. That way we do it. We take athletes that can really, really make an impact, and hopefully we can get more sponsors coming on board that join the bandwagon.
Okay, so that said, I think that it has been a very, very engaging and a very productive session. This, I will keep saying it, and honestly, there's some very good times to come. World Strongman Federation in collaboration with JMK Productions, led by Junda Morris, and under the auspices of the Ghana Bodybuilding and Fitness Association. We hope that we'll be able to elevate this sport onto a level that we would all benefit from. Thank you for coming, and we hope that whatever you've covered here, you're going to put it out there for everybody to get to know about us, and more importantly, for people to come to our aid to make sure that we make this program very successful. Thank you for coming. Oh, actually, we'll do a class.
this event with regards to the World Strongman Federation launch has become official.
All right. And the cake is sponsored, and where's the cake is sponsored by
Welcome. All right, so welcome.
College of Culinary Arts and Hospitality
That's
Management.
a lot.
That's a lot.
So guys,
Yes.
thank you all for coming. And then stay around, because stick around, we're going to have a taste of this very delectable cake. Yes. Charlie, Sweetie, come and slide in, let's have a taste of it and let's see whether.
What's that? Power or what's that? Power. Relax on Madam, the bag's on the bench. So come on, come on. You said power. The place, if you go for. Come on. Yeah, we do the 45. When you're ready.